Why hello there. My name is June and I'll be your host today. Welcome to the second not-so-annual K-pop Hunger Games. I had you pick 12 boy groups and 12 girl groups, and then had you vote for the members you wanted to see compete. I also had you submit some custom actions you thought would be fun. After that I put everything into a Hunger Games simulator. The order of the groups in each district will be decided by the wheel. From there, the tribute participating will be whoever had the most votes. I will now reveal your picks. Now that that's out of the way, let's get into the game. Happy Hunger Games, and may the odds be ever in your favor. Yeji, Woojung, Taeho, Hwanwoong, Seulgi, Hani, Isa, Sauna, Asha, Serom, and Scoops run away from the cornucopia. Sunwoo kills Yoojung for his supplies. Ten gathers as much food as he can. Shouting and In fight for a bag. In strangles Shouting with the straps and runs. Ricky grabs a sword. Sunwoo finds a canteen full of water. Lily snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rag. In Tok, Yoonjin, Yuki, and Ningning share everything they gathered before running. Ki falls into a frozen lake and drowns. Isu attempts to climb a tree, but falls to her death. Honwoo incinerates Den with a flamethrower. Serom finds a rock on the floor and eats it. In practices his archery. Sunwoo receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Yoonjin tries to sleep through the entire day. Sauna goes hunting. Asha discovers a river. Scoops receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. In Tok overhears Lily and Woojung talking in the distance. Ricky and Yeji hunt for other tributes. One of Lino's cats becomes rabid and attacks Ningning, but she manages to escape. Taeho searches for firewood. Sunwoo discovers a river. Seulgi receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Yuki receives a slice of extra greasy pizza from an unknown sponsor. Hani questions her sanity. 5 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. There are 19 tributes remaining. Intak passes out from exhaustion. Sauna sets an explosive off, killing Woojung and Sunwoo. Yeji receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Yuki screams for help. Serom and In huddle for warmth. Hwanwoong performed sugar cut by Natty to not be killed by Yoonjin. Hani hides out with Ricky. Sunwoo pushes Ningning off a cliff during a knife fight. Asha decapitates Seulgi with a sword. Taeho throws a light stick at Lily. Scoops lost to Hwanwoong in a dance battle and dies. Yuki constructs a shack. Taeho lost a whacking battle against Sung Han Bin and dies. Ricky receives a toy car with the controller and batteries from an unknown sponsor. Sauna diverts Asha's attention and runs away. Yoonjin receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. In makes a wooden spear. Intak chases Hani. Yeji receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Lily sprains her ankle running away from Hwanwoong. Sunwoo outdances Serom so hard that she dies out of embarrassment. 7 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. There are 12 tributes remaining. Konwoong sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. Hani receives a phone with the best K-pop songs of 2023 playlist on it from an unknown sponsor. Yuki questions her sanity. In tries to sleep through the entire day. Yeji trips over a cat and falls into a trap set by another tribute and dies. In dark, Yoonjin, Ricky, and Arsha sleep in shifts. Sunu catches Sona trying to steal supplies and beats her with leeks. Lily climbs a tree to rest. Konwoong causes his group to disband. Sunu thinks about home. Sona drinks gross water and dies. Hani hunts for other tributes. In pushes Lily off a cliff during a knife fight. Yoonjin defeats Yuki in a fight, but spares her life. Tak falls down an elevator shaft. Ricky blasts Kiss of Life's discography with an MP3 player he was gifted from an unknown sponsor. 4 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. There are 8 tributes remaining. Konwoong loses sight of where he is. Ricky throws marbles on stage during Yoonjin's performance. Fends Sunu, Hani, and Yuki away from his fire. Arsha thinks about home. Sunu, Hani, and Hwanwoo raid Yoonjin's camp while she is hunting. Yuki picks flowers. Arsha receives 1,000 balloons from an unknown sponsor. She tries to float out of the arena, up style, but gets caught in a tree. Ricky receives a landmine from one of his group mates. No cannon shots can be heard in the distance. There are 8 tributes remaining. Konwoong and Ricky huddle for warmth. Climbs a tree to rest. Arsha receives a mushroom power-up from an unknown sponsor. Yoonjin receives a block of molded cheese from an unknown sponsor. Yuki gets Sunghoon and dies. Sunu sets Hani on fire with a Molotov. The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tributes' families. Arsha, and Sunu decide not to go to the feast. Yoonjin and Ricky track down and kill Hwanwoo. JYP descends from the skies, performing Sweet Dreams onto putting him in a trance, and making him kill himself. Sunu stubs his toe on a chair leg. Arsha finds a cat and tries to befriend it. The cat scratches her and it gets infected, killing her. Yoonjin receives a trident from an unknown sponsor, but it lands on her head instead and she dies. Ricky spontaneously combusts into blue flames. The winner is Sunu from District 4. Second place was Ricky from District 8, and third was Yoonjin from District 3. And that concludes the K-pop Hunger Games. I hope you enjoyed. Bye bye.